And Nadia Petrova, now 23 years old. Her father is a hammer thrower. Victor Petrov, her mother Nadia Elena, bronze medalist as a sprinter in the Mexico City Olympics.
Nadia Petrova with a big game, long legs, moves extremely well. I think that backhand side is much more sure.
So a hold and love for Sharapova. You're watching our primetime at the Open coverage on USA Network. An even better way to watch it in high definition, an HD simulcast available now on Universal HD. Stood in the hallway the other day next to Maria Sharapova, and she was right there with me. I mean, it's astounding how tall she is now.
And
just under 6'3".
Just under 6'3".
Unbelievable.
She's grown a couple of inches in the last few months.
And she had a pectoral problem during the U.S. Open Series, which she said doctors told her was attributable to her growth, the fact she's still growing. I didn't want to say that she was towering over Michael when they were in the tunnel down there. I didn't want to say that.
Michael Varkan. She's towering over most people these days. How do you think I feel standing next to her, Ted?
And you know, all seriousness, the reason you mentioned those, the television really has a hard time showing that. I mean, she is, just now becoming a tremendous physical presence.
Change up from Sharapova. And because she's grown so much over the years, sometimes her strength hasn't quite caught up. I still think that she's going to get stronger in the next couple of years. She's really working on that part of her game.
Oh. And immediately you just wonder, again, if Petrova's ready. Sharapova holds it love, and now Petrova facing 2 break points. And a quick break. Her mom, Nadia Elena, bronze medalist in the Montreal Games. Her father, a hammer thrower, so the genes there, and both of them are still athletics coaches in Russia.
She's moved around a lot as a kid. Moved to Egypt when she was 12 for about 3 years, then Poland for a couple of years, back to Russia. Now spends a lot of her time in Amsterdam working with her coach, Glenn Schopp.
But moved a lot because of the parents.
Right.
Coaches.
You go where your parents have the job.
It's like the story of the young Tatiana Golovin, who left Russia because her father played hockey in France.
It's already 8 unforced errors for Petrova. None for Sharapova. Whoop. This is kind of what you expect from Petrova, is a little bit up and down. There's Glenn Schopp, been working with Nadia since she was 17. Nadia's 23 now. And he says, Ted, that, you know, because she has more variety in her game, a lot of times that takes a little longer to gel and come together. Got to the semis of the French this year. She's had some good results. The problem is that she just can't seem to do it on a consistent enough basis. Not quite yet.
Well, she played a good first set, took Sharapova to a tiebreak at Wimbledon this year. Last year, we mentioned she beat Justine and Ardan here. And then played Kuznetsova in the quarters. First set there was a tiebreak.
It was played on an outside court. So much rain during that time.
So 3 quick games in just 6 minutes for Sharapova. Ladies quarters at the Open. Maria Sharapova, Venus Williams, Kim Clijsters all on stage, and right now hoping that Nadia Petrova can join the party. 3 quick games for Sharapova to start. Petrova as high as 6 in the world. She's played in 3 finals.
Sharapova is looking very sharp. Always extremely focused on each and every point. Practiced for about a couple hours yesterday with Michael Joyce. She hits with. These 2 players were playing about 2 courts away, practicing about 2 courts away, and Sharapova, it's very interesting. Michael Joyce gets out a box of balls. About 50 balls in there, and just hits the same. She hits the same shot about 50 times in a row. Forehand down the line, and they pick them all up. And backhand down the line, just wants to hit that corner, picks that target, wants to get in the groove.
Maria Sharapova actually did some hitting with Andy Roddick earlier this summer. After Wimbledon, they were both in Los Angeles for the some award shows. Andy decided, you know, I have to go play Indianapolis. Actually, Michael Joyce actually arranged for Sharapova to help a few practice sessions to hit with Andy, get Andy ready for that tournament.
Is that right before LA? Maybe that's why she has that strained pectoral muscle trying to return that serve.
There's Michael Joyce for a Tour Pro.
Second serve, setting up nicely for Sharapova. A little bit more of what we expected from Petrova. She's got a beautiful service motion. Nice and smooth, very lengthy. Good snap at the top.
That can be depressing.
Yes.
You have your serve come back at you faster. Certainly appears that way. Now Petrova put a little more juice on that. 108.
Nice and relaxed down the back. Gets a firmer grip. Keeps that head up. Nice shoulder turn as well. Petrova letting off a little steam, frustrated, and look where she was striking the ball. Sharapova with much more depth on her shots. Petrova, each shot was landing around the service line.
Boy, this is vintage. And Tracy, it goes back to Sharapova's Wimbledon championship 15 months ago. We're in the finals for the first time, other than her sister, I had ever seen Serena Williams pushed backwards on the court by the incredible depth. It seemed like every ball Sharapova hit off the ground landed on the baseline.
So deep, and Serena was falling down a few times, stumbling. She was pushed back so much. I predicted before that match, though, Ted, that Sharapova was going to win.
Will we get, like, caught for insider trading if you would, like, share some of that with me beforehand? Is that?
Well, I'm not always
okay?
right. That time I like to brag, because that time I was right. But it was unusual, because obviously as a 17-year-old, people were predicting Serena was going to defend the title. At the time, I just didn't think Serena was sharp enough. Sharapova was fearless in that final.
Well, it's one thing we've learned about this young lady. She is nails on court. She can smile and preen on all the endorsements and magazine covers. I don't know if it comes from the dad or where, but she on the court is nails.
So mentally tough. Doesn't give many cheap points away. Makes you work for each and every one, which wears you down. Yuri Sharapov in his almost every single practice in Maria Sharapova's entire life. Obviously, when they first came here, he had to work, but then got a scholarship from IMG. And she'd come out to California with Robert Lansdorp. She was about 10 or 11. Yuri would come, not Maria's mom. Elena doesn't come to any tournaments, doesn't like the tour life. Yuri's the one in charge of the tennis. He's done a fantastic job. Didn't like that one. He's gonna have no fingernails left.
Right.
Yuri, he's up for love.
Have you ever seen Maria's mom?
I have not.
I was wondering, is that the height? I mean,
and I can say, Ted, that I live 5 minutes from where Maria trains, and I see her some and never seen the mom. Smart shot. Like the fact that she took some pace off that. Went for the angle. This is the exact shot that she was working on yesterday. This forehand, she adds more topspin. She hits quite flat. Kind of Robert Lansdorp style on the ground strokes.
There's a break, and Petrova's on the board. Close up the beach house. School start. Young Molly McGinnis had her first day of kindergarten today. Our producer John is was just beside himself today. The wonderful moment for a father, right? First day of kindergarten.
It's hard for the mother when the last child goes to kindergarten, though. That's killer.
Of course, the ladies center stage tonight, and the tennis, it's all the more crucial. Tomorrow night, Lindsay Davenport will play Elena Dementьeva. That'll be first up here, prime time. And then, of course, Andre Agassi and James Blake.
What a match that's going to be. People are going to have a difficult time figuring out who to root for. Both such great stories and great guys.
I think whenever Americans play, it's hard. I mean, Andre and Pete in their great matches of 01 and 02 here, same dilemma. You root for great tennis.
Petrova shows her emotions. Sometimes I think it's detrimental to her, Ted. She'll get really upset, lose focus for a couple of points. I've seen that happen in a few of her matches.
Missed it. Second short ball like that Petrova's missed in the match.
These are just not shots that you can miss against Sharapova. You're not going to get many short ones. When you get the opportunity, you must seize it.
Sharapova knew that, hit the line and yelled, giving herself break point.
Talk about hitting the target.
That's your practice shot, right?
Just does it over and over again, so that when she has to come up with it in a match, it's there. She can pull it out. I'm going to tell you, that's Lansdorp's way of teaching. That's the way he's taught most of the students, and that's why Davenport can pick those corners. Very similar strokes, and their pinpoint accuracy. Oh, she didn't even move for it.
Petrova, boy, we saw Kiefer do that.
That is called.
Federer doesn't play the ball, and it's good.
That's a brain cramp there. That is a mental mistake.
Wow, that wasn't even close.
Not even close. It was 2 feet from her. Petrova is in the rallies now, Ted. Got her wake-up call at 4-love.
Oh, another one that's called good, dropping on the line. Petrova upset. Let's see what, there's a replay. Let's see what point tracker says. Out.
Right at the intersection of the line. I'm sure it's a much tougher place to call. But point tracker says it out. It was out from my point of view. It looked out.
Another break point, third in this game for Sharapova. Petrova plays a nice defense there, Trace.
She did. She got herself out of trouble with that shorter serve that Sharapova attacked. Got herself back in the match against Vidasova. In the fourth round, she went down 5-2 in the first set. Came back and won it 7-6, 7-5. Did very well to get through that match in straight sets.
IBM's ticker will give you all the scores of the day. Look at that surprise. Sanguinetti taking the first set from Nalbandian. That's going on now in Armstrong, and we'll be checking in there tonight. That's a big save for Petrova. Keeps her in the set. And there's Nadia's mom, the Olympic medalist.
Think. You can see where Petrova can be so dangerous. Thumps that return quickly up before it gets below the height of the net. Petrova, by the way, in the portion of the draw that Kuznetsova was in. Kuznetsova was the 5th seed, defending champion, lost first round here. That was a tight backhand. Backed away from it, didn't get those arms all the way through it. Ted, that was a huge point, and that's kind of what you see too often. Doesn't even get the return in. 103-mile-per-hour serve, but she wasn't pulled wide. Right there. Got to be able to count on those returns going in on the big points.
And now she has a chance, Petrova, to get back level.
It's a crucial game. Yeah.
she gets it, and you can see the athletic genes. Boy, did Petrova play that well.
She says, that looks like me.
Don's going to be joining us shortly as we watch now Petrova serving, getting back on serve. 2 breaks of Sharapova. During the changeover, Sharapova left the court. Just off court, and it was accompanied by someone from the tour, but did not extend the time of the changeover at all. Our information before the U.S. Open began was that if a player requests a bathroom break, the umpire is supposed to tell that player it should come before their service game.
Before your own serve. That's right.
But again, Sharapova did not extend the changeover at all.
Petrova just missing that volley. Big serve and then hit it right back to Sharapova.
First 4 games, Sharapova had 2 errors. Petrova 10. The last 3 games, it's 9-1 Sharapova. Total reversal.
See where Petrova serves this second serve. She prefers to serve it up the middle on this side.
Impressive to me the last couple of games, Tracy, is her defense.
Couple of real high lobs that got her back into the point. She pulls the trigger on that last one. Stays down extremely well.
Well, she's in the party.
In the party and needs to get first serves in, even if she takes a bit of pace off. She gets behind in the point if she throws in a second.
A Wimbledon-like shriek. She tried to massacre a second serve. Even the Petrova's upset again.
Looked on the line to me. It looked like it actually skidded off the line. Again, play it first, worry about it later. Right on the line. It's these little things that have really affected her play in such a huge point like that.
Here at Wimbledon this year, Tracy, the longtime tournament referee, Alan Mills, who's just retired after this year's championships. And he said he considered Sharapova's noise cheating, in essence. And it was denying the opponent the chance to hear the ball strike the racket. And in the Sharapova-Venus-Williams match at Wimbledon, in that regard, was a disgrace. The shrieking from both players.
Both sides.
Was awful. What's your take on that?
Well, I think Sharapova Williams in the semis was off the charts. It was almost irritating to watch. Just every shot. It wasn't grunting, it was shrieking.
It was shrieking, screaming.
You know, the occasional is okay.
And even the great Martina Navratilova weighed in during Wimbledon on that same issue, and again thought it needed to be reined in.
That was the loudest I'd ever heard.
Ferocity's been turned up in this set.
Well, on that backhand side from Petrova. Both players have better backhands. Their forehands can break down. A few more unforced errors on that side. And that's being picky with Sharapova, but you've got to try to find something.
First 4 games of breeze. These last 4 now have been physical. You see the effect on both ladies.
That's a big point there. Pulls her out wide with the slice. Great depth. And she's going to serve that second serve up the middle. So predictable.
Oh, and Sharapova whacks it right in the net. 4-all. First of the 4 ladies quarters. Kim Clijsters and Venus Williams to follow. Pierce Mauresmo tomorrow day in the daytime, and Dementieva and Davenport will start our prime time at the Open tomorrow night.
Mary Pierce played an incredible match last night. Had to serve it out and served it out in a big way. Handled the pressure beautifully. And in Ardennes, to me, has not looked herself the last month. Too many shanked balls, too many double faults, not consistent. And Sharapova did not get to play much tennis this summer. Only a couple of matches in the Los Angeles tournament. Had to withdraw before her quarterfinal match against Hantukova. If she had won that match, by the way, she would have been #1 the next week, but the pec strain pulled out. You know, she said here, the pec feels fine, but this is her first real test on the court. Has breezed through to the quarters, took out Mirza last round a bit tight, but you always felt like she was in control. That's big.
The chair call this out?
I think chair umpire overruled this.
Yep. Looks like a good overrule. Sanguinetti serving for a tie break on Armstrong. Well, he does have something in the tank.
Ritual that Sharapova goes through, walks back about 8 feet, and looks at the strings, doesn't really need to fix them. Gets her focus.
So Sharapova with a hold. Good first set. 43 minutes already.